No.
We are live. Hello, people. Welcome. I can see you guys have made yourself at home in the chat, which is brilliant as well. Thank you so much. We are going to be reviewing Love Island Season 12, Episode 26.
Well,
I can't lie, guys. I'm feeling pretty down this episode. Actually, I really felt for Bellicus, and yeah, I don't know. It pissed me off.
I don't want her in there.
Yeah,
I don't want her in there. I don't like.
I'm dejected.
I don't like how she is being dealt with. It's not on. Happy 4th of July, Erin, and to anybody else that is celebrating. Big up yourselves.
Which one is the 4th of July one?
Independence.
No, it's Thanksgiving. That's the Frackeries one, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there's issues behind all of them.
Okay.
But happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Who we got in the building?
Okay, we have Erin, who is in the house. Do you want to read Erin's first?
I feel like it's obligatory. This is how we have to start the show.
Yes, read Erin's opening statement.
Erin's opening statement. Visa expiration as followed. Spacebar Tooth Connor. KSI Junior DEJON. Chlamydia Harry. Itchy Coochie Helena. Meg and Emily. Why did Alima go home just so Spacebar Tooth Connor can dump Billy? Why? I mean,
Connor, I'm saying it, Connor don't like black women.
Connor is a disappointment.
Connor is an enemy of progress.
Connor is a disappointment because I just remember Connor on that first date with Billy Kiss practically begging her to pick him.
Yeah, because he knew that he was vulnerable. Connor,
I don't see the disconnect.
Connor is an arsehole. I hate your Connor.
Nah.
Connor, I actually kind of heaped a little bit of respect for him, but no, it's all adding up. Yeah. Connor don't like black women.
Connor was a disappointment. Connor was a big disappointment because I'm saying, like, how bad are you trying to say that your disconnect with Billy Kisses is that you would choose the island bike, the AI queen, Yasmin, over her? I don't believe you, bro.
No.
We don't believe you. You need more people. Like, really?
But I do believe him because he would prefer to be with Yasmin over any black woman. The same way he was ready to just sell out Alima, who you've been friends with. Nah, he's an enemy. He literally is. He is an arsehole. Cannot. I'm actually fuming.
The levels of disappointment, man.
At all the people of colour.
When she just stood up there and was like just left like that, I was like, I actually just want you to leave. Like, genuinely, the years that I've been dipping in and out of this show, I'm like, I'm just tired of seeing black women treated like this.
Nah. Piss me off.
It's
all right, let's get into it.
But it's either when these people are doing it, you do it with some balance. So actually, there's equity for black women and black men going in there, or just don't have them. What's the point? What's the point of having them in there when you know that the majority of the people in there have a preference that does not include them? Why are you wasting people's time like that? Anyway.
Okay.
Now you may proceed.
The episode opened up, and Helena, Hideaway Helena, and Dirty Harry are getting back together.
Surprise, surprise!
And she is very happy about this. She's telling the girls, like, it's looking like it's going to take place, girls. We are back on. And she is gassed that she has got her dirty fella back again. And I was like, okay, cool. You two actually deserve each other. And then we have Helena and Shakira having a cat. Well, Shakira is talking to Connor. Shakira is talking to Connor, and he's basically trying to give her a shoulder. And I thought that's where Connor was going. I thought Connor was like, you know what, I'm going to steal Shakira because she is, well, not even steal her. I'm ready to be a shoulder for her to cry on, and then me and her can be together.
I think that's still his plan.
He's, I don't know how he's going to go about that, but yeah. So he provides a shoulder for her. He is also saying to her, like, don't cry. Like, you know, it's like, don't let them see you upset, type of really being a cheerleader for her. Yeah. And then he does also say, yeah, you probably should speak to Helena anyway and just kind of get some clarity on this. But Shakira is stating that it is over, but she does have feelings for Harry, but it's over.
I respect her for finally doing what she should have done ages ago, even though she should never have effed with Harry in the first place. But it's done. She's done it. And I'm glad that it was her that done it. I mean,
can we say, it wasn't her. Basically, Harry, Dirty Harry, and Hideaway Helena actually just got together, and she witnessed them having chats and decided, okay, drop me out. But she didn't.
It could have been worse. It could have been standing up there at a recoupling, expecting him to pick you.
Oh, and he would do that shit.
So, yeah.
He would do that. So, yeah. So, anyway, Shakira and Helena do go for their chat. And all I have is, like, Helena is an absolute snake. Because she appears so like, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, babe. Because what it is it's just me and him. We just have this attraction. We're just so attracted to each other. And yeah, he just needs to speak to you because it just feels like we were done, but we keep on falling into each other's arms type shit.
I slipped and fell and landing on his...
And Shakira's like, well, I kind of feel the same about him. And then it's like Helena had a face of like, oh, poor little poo-poo. And then she proceeds to give her a hug. I'm like, Helena, you are such a little snake. You really, really are an asshole, bitch, hoe, like you are. But they hug with her knowing what her and Harry have been talking about, and that Shakira is saying to her, well, I'm done. Helena doesn't say I'm also done because it feels like I've been used. Helena's like, okay, go and finish with him then, basically, so that she can just have Harry all to herself.
My man.
Oh, terrible times for Shakira. I hated this episode. I hated it all round. I just didn't. I wish, when you were saying Shakira's stupid for going back to Harry, I agreed, but it's what she wanted. But I wish she had never even got herself involved with these two hoes. I wish she wasn't a part of their storyline.
I said it from the jump. I said it from the jump.
Yes. So Shakira then goes over and speaks to Harry. And he still can't even do that respectfully. She goes over and she's like, do you want to go for a chat? And I think he said, do I have to? It was just rude. It was literally like, bro, like you can't even just without you being a dirty Harry, just get up and be like, of course, and let her down or let her dump you, even though you know you was going to dump her, which is basically their chat. She says she's over it. He tried to maintain, like, I don't understand why you're even feeling this way because nothing had taken place in the challenge. It was basically, he was gaslighting. I'm glad she stuck to her guns and finished it and went about her business and ended it there. And hopefully she never goes back to Harry again. But I still don't know if that's going to take place.
I don't trust it.
Because she likes him.
Well, I mean, nah. Cass coming. Cass coming.
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully that is the end of their saga. Because I really don't even want to hear about Shakira, Harry and Helena again. Like, I don't want to have to watch their little triangle take place.
Let me catch some comments quickly.
Go on.
Sleep for Peace. That looks like a new name.
Nah, that's from Aunties.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yes.
Welcome. They have black women in there because it drives engagement from the black community.
Yeah.
They need the audience, but don't want to give them options.
Yeah.
Yep. And here we are.
I know.
Elias Shaw says, and see how she stopped wearing Shakira's bikinis after she got Harry back. She was doing some juju.
I think she was.
Yeah.
Something was going on.
Helena is a witch.
Yes.
OMF OMFG Google says Billikis taking too many L's.
Too many this episode.
Like,
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I'm blatantly feeling dejected for her. It was too much, man.
Yeah. Gampiel was like, if Ben was like, no, sorry, if Connor was like, if I have to pick someone to F, I pick Yasmin with the quickness because of that combination. Acting.
No.
Acting. Deezer. Is that new?
Deezer. I think so.
Well, if you are new, welcome. We're glad you're here. Please, on entry, click the like.
Yes.
Hit subscribe. Yes, I can dislike Connor for being dishonest and leading a black woman on. I never liked his character in the first place, and him treating black women like that is the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement that, yeah.
Yeah, Connor is firmly in the bin. Connor is an asshole. He absolutely is. Because it is, you haven't been coupled up long enough with her. It's basically like, what did he do? A night and a half? 2 nights, maybe? To be like, no, I'm going to drop you for Yasmin, who you've hardly even like had any comms with.
You've been in there.
Yeah, nah.
And you haven't. Nah, bro.
No. He is an ass. He doesn't like black women. Even when Connor was shaky ground for me anyway. Yesterday when he was talking about, I don't like how she spoke to DEJON.
Yes.
From then I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah. Like, really, what are you trying to allude to here?
But I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because I was like, it's a male ego thing of like, I don't know why you're talking about that brother when you're with me. But really, in truth, no.
He was like, you little black woman, you don't need to talk too much. You talk too much. All of you guys, you talk too much. I'm telling you, Connor is a sellout. He is.
Alison Atwood. New name?
I think so.
Welcome, Alison.
Welcome.
Please click the like, hit subscribe. Yes, get D out. The real villain of the show. DEJON is a bumper clot.
Ross Clark. I cannot. Listen, we will get to DEJON. Yeah. We will get to Mr. Mustard.
Erin J says producers really swapped black women for their humiliation ritual on a tag. Yeah. You're it nonsense.
Yes, they did. One in, one out. You are gonna
chief both of you up.
Yeah. So basically, as soon as Alima was about to fall into whatever she was gonna fall into with nonsense Ben, they were like, absolutely not this season. We really need the blacks to thoroughly get humiliated. Because to be fair, DEJON is also humiliating himself.
Yeah.
So they're doing it all the way around. Harrison, you were literally fawning over Hideaway Helena. They are trying to humiliate us. And ITV, I think I got it right. Yeah. I got to do a letter. This is not on.
Yeah. OMFG Google says Harry swapping Helena for a new Casa girl. Well, his ex is in there, so boy,
he's gonna do things with the ex anyway.
Helena has got problems.
Yeah,
I look at Helena. Better start singing that song. There may be trouble ahead. Because that boy. The thing is, Harry is a candidate to go into Casa and Clark.
Yeah.
Harry will go into Casa and Clark.
Absolutely, that is happening.
Yeah,
and also that little bit that we saw of them under the covers, shit went down again as always. They've been doing bits.
And then he said in Casa, one of the girls is his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
long for you.
Yeah. He will do things with that girl if she's gonna have it. They will do stuff. If she is anything of a similar sort to Helena, they're gonna do shit. Whether he brings her back or not is a different story. But yes, loose.
Live Winter says, when the episode is so depressing that I don't even have the energy to hate on Helena. Do you know what?
Yes, exactly.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. You actually summed it up because the episode finished and I was just like, I just had a massive sigh.
Yeah.
Like, for flip's sake.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
It didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. And I really was like, I thought I was gonna be pissed off from first look at DEJON and Billikis. I thought I was gonna be pissed off at that conversation. I didn't think I was gonna be pissed off at a recoupling. I didn't even I was pissed off with Katie B as well. I was just pissed off. This episode just pissed me off.
Yeah.
All levels of it. I was like, this is a nonsense, and you're actually mocking us. You're taking the piss.
Gant Peel, new name?
I think so.
If you are new, welcome. Hit the like.
Apparently you sound very far away.
Oh Lord God.
We've actually even changed the mic as well.
I don't know why the mics in here are hating on me. Let me know if that's better.
Yes, please. Sonia, not too long ago I was saying I haven't seen Sonia Barley's name in time. Where is she? I'm glad you are well. Hopefully you are well, but I'm seeing you here, so I'm hoping that you are. And thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for letting us know. Also, let us know, does it sound better?
Am I sounding better? Am I sounding closer? Hopefully this is better.
Let us know, let us know.
Greetings, Evans family from Destiny Love Media.
Hey!
Will Smith is in the building. Hello, Will. Helena deserves everything coming her way with his ex. Yes.
Yeah. Literally everything.
We agree, KW.
I cannot wait. Hopefully they won't let me down that way.
Will Smith says, were you upset that KTB didn't bring out Miss Dynamite, Nana?
Of course. Of course. It would have been a hell of a lot better, even though I like that tune, actually. I think that...
the last tune.
But their version, like with Dynamite.
Yeah. But I was saying in general, like, she's done 3 tunes, and it was only the last tune that I was like...
Her tunes were shit.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? Why are you wearing that? You know,
Can I just say, whilst we're on it, I am so over these episodes where the artist comes in and then we get like the soft focus, slow motion shots of them dancing, and all we're doing is really advertising the clothes that they're wearing. And the levels of cringe whenever this why do we have to?
No,
you know when you're like,
and they can't dance.
They can't dance. And I'm just sitting there watching them, questioning my own life decisions. Like, why am I watching this on a Friday evening? I'm angry.
Oh, God. No, this episode took the piss. It actually took the piss. I can't even. All right. So, yes, Shakira and Harry, they have their talk. It's all over. Shakira then says to the girls that actually she's kind of glad that it's all done. She feels quite calm. You know, she's been in a bit of a funk of late being with him, and hopefully it's all done and dusted. Yasmin says, you go, girl. She didn't say that, but that's the pep talk that she was kind of giving her. You know, you're standing on business. I was like, please, all of you heifers, you're all down bad at this moment in time. Let's just regroup in Casa and refocus again, because none of you are in a good position. Helena and Harry. Hideaway Helena, Dirty Harry. They are happy with each other, and Helena proposes that they go to the hideaway that night.
All she wants to do is clot.
And he even at one point says to her, like, can you not just wait one day? I don't think it's a good idea. Now, and she's still grinning when she's saying all of this, and even when he rebuffs her. I don't know where Helena's self-respect is. Even a percent of it. I don't know where it dwells. I was literally looking at her like, is she okay? Like, would you not just wait at this moment in time? You've already spoken to Shakira. She's already said like she's kind of upset. She liked him as well. You know that Harry was feeding her lines. Would you not even try and just, you know, not be so desperate for the D? Just hold back a little bit until you are recoupled.
I don't know why we have these expectations of Helena.
She
showed us nothing but herself.
I mean, she's like 30 in a couple of months. It's just, where is your nuggins? Like, just, can you not just for a day?
The thing is, she's gonna come out of this and just regret it all. And I'll put money on that. She's just gonna regret it all. And this brother's not even gonna be picking up your calls.
Oh, he will ghost her. Most definitely. Most definitely that is taking place. Yeah, that was just embarrassing. But anyway, so he says, let's give it a day before we're going to do the hideaway. And she seems to be okay with that. But he literally was like, are you gagging for it? I was like, that's not even attractive.
Gagging for it.
But I guess it's Dirty Harry. So he's probably turned on by that shit.
I mean, how is the man sitting there talking about the big dogs are back? And then I wonder how many Johnnies they got in back. Bro? Anyway, please, let's move on.
Gross. All right.
The morning.
Okay, so we have the morning time. I think they just slotted right back like he was never doing anything with Shakira. He's now making coffee for Helena. She is grinning like a flipping Cheshire cat. DEJON is there. Meg is there.
What about the bit when they're getting ready and then DEJON high fives and says, "Oh, we are so back." I was like, "That's." I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've not liked DEJON's antics for a while now, but that one there, I was like, "Brother,
Down bad.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Nah.
It's a wrap."
It's literally the gruesome foursome are back together. Like, I get it. He's your bestie. That's your girl's bestie. You would have wanted to have that foursome thing going on. But looking at all of them, I was like, you guys are trash.
They're all welcome to each other.
Yes, you're like a trash.
I don't even want Billikis to. I wish I didn't know it was Billikis. I wish I never saw her in the nicest way possible.
I know. It's annoying that DEJON was even a part of her storyline coming in. I hate that for her. I hate it. And the four of them, please, if we can, I would just love it. Like how Love Island USA did a mass dumping. I wish we could just get rid of these four and they rode off into the sunset together. They did After Sun and we never heard from them again. I would love that.
So you see, like Big Brother, when it comes to the elimination and then they can all hear the crowd booing them when they're
yeah.
I wish we had something like that on Love Island.
Yeah.
I just would love to see DEJON's immediate reaction to being booed or something. And then you would see him literally, his game plan change. Like
he would switch so fast.
And like, let's say Meg is in the bottom three.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. He's moving on very swiftly. Because in the same way, that was kind of Harry was surveying the thing when he was in the bottom with Shakira. And then he started to entertain talking to Helena a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, they know what they're doing. And I just want them all out. I can't wait for that to happen. Maybe, but we got Casa. Oh, I don't even know when we can get rid of these flipping idiots.
We've got them for a minute still.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, the gruesome foursome are back together. Tony and Shakira are having a little chat, kind of catch up, and also watching Harry and Helena kind of frolic together. And she does seem okay, seems to be taking it on the chin. And then we have Harry and DEJON having a chat, and they're laughing with each other, talking about the girls. The girls are so pressed. I skipped over Harry buzzing that he's back with a flipping trollop, but when they go into DEJON being like, the girls are so pressed that I don't want any of them, and they're laughing about it, but they're saying that you should be closed, and they're all laughing. I said, I can't stand these two. Actually, I can't stand them. I so want their demise to take place.
And I want it to be epic. I want the demise. Like, I don't want like an immediate dumping, or I want a storyline where you get dragged and then you come
out. Yeah.
You need a proper dragging.
Well, they're laughing at this situation. Like, this is all a thing they can laugh at. Harrison, I think I have next, unless you've got something before then.
Helena says to the girls, "We are so back." Emily says, "We haven't seen Harry like this for a while." So basically, like, they're just chatting, and it's upsetting because it's like, all along that even though people are calling her Hideaway Helena and this, that, and the other, they are still for the union of Harry and Helena.
Yeah. That's the witches crew, most definitely.
And then, like, even Emily is like, you bring out the best versions of each other.
And it's a lie. You're just horn dogs.
How is it they're bringing out the best versions of each other when all they want to do is run around behind people's backs and do nastiness? And no,
because they're witches.
Just shut up, Emily.
Emily is like literally the lamest person in the villa. She's just like, each time she talks, I'm like, please shut up. And I didn't really have that so much with Tommy. I mean, I never liked Tommy, but I didn't have the each time he came on screen before. Now, whenever he comes on, I'm like, oh, please, can we also get rid of him? I know lots of people like Tommy. Emily is not the best pair with him because it's like it doesn't work. I don't know. They're so dry together. Whereas he had a little bit more oomph to him when he was with Irish Meg. Definitely. Now he's just a chief.
I feel like there's a bit of beef going on in the comments.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But it's talking about Meg. But some of the other women that people are mentioning, I don't know. But I think the general consensus is whether or not Meg. So, F, her behavior, her character, people are like, objectively, is Meg attractive?
No. And I've looked at her face properly. Obviously, doing the thumbnails, I'm taking so many different screenshots, constantly seeing angles, trying to get the right lighting. No, she isn't. She is very, very average, very distinctly English.
I was going to say she's a bit above average. So for me, she's not anyone that I'd ever be like, yo, that girl is hot. I'm not going to say she's a booters or anything like that. That would be a lie. But she's like an average, slightly above average, good looking girl. Nothing that's going to make me, if I'm driving along in the motor and I see her on road, I'm not cooking my neck back to see what. No,
I don't even think she is. I think she looks so outside London town. Like there's thousands of her living in Sutton and Carl Shorten.
Sleep for peace.
What?
Meg is attractive, but in a Rover's Return type of way.
Precisely, exactly that. Wow. Exactly that. Very English.
It's Friday night and you're on fire, and we forgot to say it's Friday night. So that means the lines are open.
Yes.
I'll put it in now. I'll put the link in the chat now. So when we're ready a bit later on, feel free to join us. I'll post it again anyway. But yeah.
Yes, come join us. Jump on, sound off as well. Because
we're all upset, mate. We're all upset.
Exactly. KW says, I've seen prettier girls in Sainsbury's. I just think she's very average, and you know what she's going to look like in her 40s and 50s. You know what she's gonna look like. But good luck to DEJON. Good luck.
Ava J, new name?
That looks new. Hello, Ava J.
Welcome. Whilst you're here, please give me a favor. Click the like and subscribe.
Yes, guys, you guys did a job yesterday. Thank you so much. Thank you. I swear it may have been 20 people subscribed up until we went live. So please, guys, we're now 40 away from hitting our initial target of 2,000 while we're covering Love Island. You may actually get us there by Monday, which would be phenomenal.
Sunday.
Yeah, by Sunday. That would be phenomenal. And then we can...
Tonight, now.
Let's make it happen. There is 105 of you in. If I'm sure... There's probably 40 of you that are not subscribed to our channel, and we are here every day other than Saturday delivering a debrief on Love Island. Please.
Burning our irises, watching these buffoons.
Making notes. trying not to cuss on my notes so that I can read them to you.
Try not to cuss on your notes, but if you come on the live and then start cussing,
I can't help it because today was a tough one for me. I can't lie, I was fuming.
It was. KW says an English rose will have her rose card revoked for being with a black man. This is true. This is true.
Let's hear from my family for real.
Destiny Loves Media Production says Smeg looks like them white girls in a school that think she's it, but when you leave school, you realize she's a 2.
Yes.
Look at Ava. Listen, can Ava J just stand up for a minute? Class, everybody look at Ava J.
Right.
We asked her to sub and and she's done it. And she's also reported back to the class.
There we go.
To say that she has subbed and liked. So Ava, only not even 1 gold star. Ava J, please, 2 gold stars. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, welcome.
Where we at?
All right. So we have. Okay, so it's the morning time. Yes, Harrison going over and talking with Shakira and Tony and asking, "Are you okay?" Trying to look all concerned.
Did you hear them call him a double agent?
Because he is. When he came over, I was absolutely you just want to hear gossip. and you
then
want
you're
to
gonna go report
gossip.
back to your dad.
You want to gossip about Helena,
Yeah.
and you are going to sit down at some point and talk to your dad about what everybody is talking about as well. You are going to do that, most definitely. He's trying to act concerned, being like, just how are you doing? And she's like, fine, I'm doing okay. And then he proceeds to say, I'm really surprised at Helena. And they're like, why would you be surprised at Helena? Because why would you be surprised at Helena Harrison?
She's not done anything that she hasn't done.
With you. When you were doing double agent shit with her against Tony, she is doing exactly the same. I don't know why you're surprised that she's moved on to your dad. Of course she was going to do that. Like, standardly, he just wanted to bitch. And I'm glad that they didn't give him exactly what he was after. Because he also can't be trusted at all.
No.
I hope Tony does recouple in Casa as well. I really hope she does. None of them deserve anybody's loyalty in any way, shape, or form.
I just want pure carnage from Casa.
Yeah. Just bring back bare people.
Yeah. Pure carnage. And then Billy Kiss and DEJON have their chat. Where do we start? Like, here's the thing. DEJON thinks he is incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
All right. And he realized in that moment, oh, I'm not smarter than Billy Kiss.
Yeah.
Billy Kiss will call me out for my BS. Like, I can't do maneuvers and move my lips and shine my teeth and then, seduce her into thinking that, oh, I'm a good guy. And so when she was there, like, you're not answering my questions. You're going around. My man's getting flustered, and then all you're trying to do, and I feel like it was very intentional, the thing of like, every time she opened her mouth, can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak?
It was.
And I think there's a very distinct difference when you're trying to talk and then somebody's really cutting in, as opposed to when you're talking and someone's doing ad-libs, like, yeah, no, but, because when you check it, when he actually walked away, she didn't actually butt in.
No.
She just said like, oh yeah, but thank you, or something.
No, because it was standard. You start off the conversation, you've come and sat down, and you're telling her, I basically didn't like what took place yesterday. Because Yasmin is the one that can talk to me, and you can't, is what he comes along and is saying. And she's like, well, that's not how it goes. Because basically, what Yasmin is talking about, I have experience. So of course I'm going to speak on it. Who else is? It's not Yasmin. Yasmin isn't going to talk about it because she's gone through it as well. And I've gone through it. So I'm just backing her up. I'm in this experience now with you. Now, you don't want to address that. So then you want to be like, no, but you can't say that. You can't tell me what to do. She explains it very clearly. This is what you do, DEJON. You say you're open, and you're really not. Yeah. You are doing this for your ego. Yeah. You will allow girls who say we have an interest in you, you will allow us to chat to you when you have no intention of acting open. You just want to be heaped with praise, piss off Meg, and then you two are going to be like, but we're stronger for it. You're playing a game, and she called him out on it. That part there pissed him off.
Did you see the Nigerian woman coming out of that?
Yes, so, yeah, I heard the accent. I heard it.
But then also, he said something, and then she kind of threw herself back in the chair, and she was like, "Hey, yeah." I was like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it."
Because it's so clear what she's saying, and you're trying to be like, you can't tell me that I can't what I should be doing, and it's like that has nothing to do with anything. She just read your gameplay back to you, and that's what pissed him off. And that's when he had to go into, I wouldn't be, what was his words? I wouldn't talk to you on the inside or the outside. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. I mean, like,
anymore. You want to shame her.
Even starting off with that, like, bro, like, the levels of how disingenuous can you be? We all saw you shine your 32 teeth. Big this girl on the
big
date,
smiles,
and in the villa.
Yes.
Yeah. There was nothing saying that. You're not. There was nothing saying that. So to then sit in her face and be like all you were trying to do in that moment was humiliate her.
Yeah.
That's all you were trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for you to sit there and say, inside or out, I wouldn't talk to you.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. And then even if it is true, then it further backs up her point of
That
like
you're playing a game.
You're playing a game. You're talking to people, pretending you're open, but you're not really open. Because
at all.
If inside or out, you wouldn't entertain me. Then what did we just see?
Why was you sitting on the date, grinning teeth, talking about all your trouble? You know, why is it then when she pulled you, you're staring at her where she's like, your eye contact is super intense. Yeah, you're really beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I could just tell. Like I just think we're gonna have a vibe. Like I'm open to get to know you. He said that shit. Yeah. So she's calling you out on your bullshit, and maybe that was him actually telling the truth. That was him actually really showing he ain't on no black thing. Maybe this is truly who he is, and let's believe him, because I think he's found his one. When he says, "My Meg, that's your chick, go be with her. None of us want you to win. They can come out, because then they can be closed off together." Like I was like, you, even just for the optics of this.
Oh.
To do this on TV to a black woman to try and humiliate her, like when you know what black women have been through on Love Island, your sister is a black girl and you think it's okay to talk like that?
Out here online talking about don't fumble the bag. Erin is waiting.
Oh, sorry, Erin.
Sorry, Erin.
Let's add ya. Hey, Erin.
Hello, Evans family. Y'all look so cute.
We can't hear you.
Erin, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, OMFG Google, he did try to embarrass her.
Have you got your thing on?
What? Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Fantastic.
Are we sensing a little bit of sarcasm there?
I'm actually doing great because
okay, good.
I really feel like I finally understand the Bible verse that said Jesus wept. Finally get it. Because Jesus whips every day when he looks down on Helena. Every day.
Wow.
What did I create?
What did I do?
But there's so much confusion in how he could give common sense, self-worth, self-respect, but somehow you lack every one of those things.
It's amazing, isn't it?
In buckets as well. It's I don't think we've had a woman like her on UK Love Island, like that relentless hussy. I don't think I've seen one like that before.
No,
it's hard to watch.
It is.
It really is.
Like, I think I actually started feeling sympathy for her today, and I was just like, this is actually sad. Like, it's not even funny. I don't feel like I hate her anymore. I just feel sad.
I actually understand what you're saying, you know, because there was at one point I just remember looking at her and being like, "Rude girl, you're like almost 30. This isn't on."
Yeah.
Like, just to display this level of desperation for one man who has done nothing but disrespect you. Like, this is not on.
It's not.
And he will continue to disrespect you.
He's gonna do it again.
Most definitely. JW said, "Nah, I hate her."
It was hard. It was very hard to watch, and I'm just happy Shakira has freed herself from the shackles.
Yeah.
I hope she stays that way.
Why do you think she went there in the first place?
To be honest, I think the desperation to get away quickly from Ben was what made her succumb. Because Ben had literally been graining on her nerves.
Yeah.
And she was just like, if I can just find the nearest exit, I don't even care if it's Harry. I'll take it. So it's ironic to see her back with Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, even she looks pissed at it, but she's just got to run with it, innit?
There's no other option.
It's a sad place to be when you don't want to be with a guy and he keeps on popping up and is like, "Hi,
I'm here."
Poor girl.
Yeah. That was hard to watch. But DEJON,
Erin,
DEJON.
DEJON.
Take a deep breath.
Come on, let him have it. Let him have it. Let him have it.
Now give it to him.
I knew what type of individual you were from the moment I saw you. I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't have to question it. I didn't have to second guess myself. I knew exactly who you were. But the fact that you still continue to amaze me is a blessing. It's actually a blessing. Because no matter how far down to hell you go, you still find space to go even further than hell. And I don't even think such place exists, but you found a crevice, another hell to crawl into. Because who do you think you are? Who actually do you think you are? Have you seen a mirror? Have you actually stood in front of a mirror to say, if it was me outside, I wouldn't even go for you. You're not the type of girl I go for. Have you seen yourself? Did you forget 50-50 Meg?
Exactly. Exactly.
Meg is worlds away right now.
No, because it's my Meg now. And somehow he's thinking that his Meg is some top of tops. I was literally like, this guy is crazy to be talking to Billikis like this. Like, really?
Genuinely, I loved Billikis's like reaction. It was a lot of laughter because she couldn't actually believe that she was sitting in front of this cosplaying demon. Because who are you? What type of shape-shifting vampire are you?
Demon. Cosplaying demon is wild.
Oh my god,
but
that's
also very
truth.
accurate.
Yes, that is the truth.
If you didn't know how black men move on this show, you would actually think that you were the insane one in that moment. Because it was unprovoked, unwarranted. She was having a great day.
Yes.
A great day. And you pulled her. And you decided that this was the moment that you were going to humble her.
Yes.
The same girl you were grinning all 32 for. Wow.
Just a couple of days ago.
Wow.
It was a lot. The display was a lot.
And then to saunter off like some sassy guy. Like, I was really like, DEJON, really? Is this what we're doing?
I just thought like DEJON's never really been in an argument where somebody's actually really not letting you speak. Because you think that, to me, that's normal. That's two people like going back and forth. Like, that's normal. Yeah. But he knew, she's hitting me with some valid blows.
Yeah.
And I don't have the vocab and the intelligence to come at this.
Yeah.
So let me just hone in on her talking. And then I'll make that a problem. And then everybody can associate that with common stereotypes that we don't need to go into.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I will walk away.
But he also did want her to get loud.
Yeah.
He was trying. He was really like, I'm gonna take her there, and that's what Meg does as well. That's why they're a bird of a feather, and they need to fuck off together. Like literally, that is them.
Yeah.
Just leave everybody out of it. I'm so hoping none of the Casa girls even chat to DEJON.
Well, you would be. I mean, they will, but you will be stupid to talk to DEJON because he's shown you. He's shown you what he's on.
I mean,
and you know, come Sunday, there's still going to be one yatty that's going to go sit down and he'll be shining his 32 and then he'll be like, oh, no trouble you are. And she'll be going to bed kiki and thinking that she's in with something. I wonder if come Casa, he will still sleep alone.
What do you think, Erin? Do you think he's going to do the same thing again? He's going to play it the same way?
I think he will.
Sleep outside. Yeah.
I think he will. He's very locked into this persona that he's created to come into this village. Like, DEJON, I see the dollar signs in your eye. I'm not doing anything else other than the fact that you want to win desperately. And and that's fine. Everyone should want to win, but it's the way in which you go about it. And unfortunately, there will be some Casa girls who will fall for this. I'm hoping it is not a black woman. I'm hoping it is
Please.
someone that is his type to a T, and they
Yes.
can all be happy together. 4 weeks of the same recycled storyline.
Yeah.
4 weeks that I'll never get back of losing brain cells, seeing the same storyline. How many times did we hear about Helena and Harry? Shakira,
Yeah.
Helena and Harry.
Yeah.
Tony and Harrison. Harrison and Tony. Harrison, Tony, and Helen. Like, it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, even if the storyline with Alima was trash, which we all admit, because Ben was not 18, I would still rather watch that senseless
Yes.
conversation over this.
Definitely.
Because I'm actually starting to like Ben. I don't care what anyone says. He's funny.
I can't co-sign on this one, man.
The thing is, his speech today did crack me up.
That was funny.
He was the comic relief today, and I really was like, you know what, Ben, you're a wild guy. Like you're literally insane. You're nutty.
I mean, I see producers' agenda. They found a way to use Alima before she left to humanize Ben. And it worked. Because now I can actually stand seeing him, which I hate. But what else can you do? Because every other cast is just painful to listen to. That I would rather listen to Ben.
Imagine, but that is the truth. They really did do that. They did do that, and left us with him as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh mate.
Connor is the last thing I'm going to speak on because
go on.
Connor, heaven, the gates of heaven is closed for you. It's closed for you. It's shut, sealed, because the way you're moving, I called it from the very first day you walked in there. I said, we can't claim this one. This is
oh wow. Okay.
We cannot claim it. I knew that horrible haircut gave you away.
Yeah, it's for real. The haircut is a signal. It's one of those cuts. For real.
Yeah, and like everything, I knew when he was saying, I think a day ago that he's gonna have a chat with Billy Kiss because he didn't understand why she was, coming for DEJON that way. I was like, I know where this is going. Yeah. So it's fine. And I'm happy that Billy Kiss took this on the chin and she was just like, oh, cool, have fun. Like, crack on. I didn't beg for you. You begged for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was sitting there begging.
Yes.
Why didn't you just pick me now? Just pick me now.
Yeah. All of that.
Tooth and nail. Literally tooth and nail. You were begging.
See what you did there.
And now it's all of a sudden you want to pick Yaz. No offense to Yaz, because I actually love Yaz. I think she's great.
Yeah.
And I hope she finds someone. But you've seen Yaz in this villa for how many days now?
Yeah, exactly. We're definitely on 2 weeks that Yaz has been in there. He's watched her lips up literally everybody. He probably was the last one.
The musical chairs in that villa is just disgusting. It's so disgusting.
It's wild. Like even today I was just watching, I think it was like Harry, and I was like, yo, the amount of saliva that has passed around this villa is insane. It's just insane. Like everybody is connected.
Yes.
It's
swapping around.
Yeah.
It's just a horrible swingers party, but it was lovely talking to you guys.
And you, Erin, thank you.
Take care. Lovely to speak to you.
You too.
Bye.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you.
Yes. Where are we? OMFG Google says Connor got the Tesco haircut. Boy,
he did.
I think you got the Lidl haircut.
I just want to know, is your hair curly or is it straight? Is it a relaxer? Is it S-curl? It's been processed. That is for sure, because it's looking funky. He definitely has. We should have known. I don't know. It's like Connor was giving me those vibes for a minute, and then he seemed to go sane. Mm-hmm. And no, Connor he's an arsehole.
I think we've got a new name here.
Oh, okay.
Go. Alan? You know?
No, I think I've seen Keisha on Aunties before, but welcome over this space, please, Keisha.
Welcome to this new space.
Yes.
If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't liked, please do. Keisha says, Meg is pissing me off and her slave. Wow. Meg is pissing me off and her slave.
Yeah.
I hope this beautiful black melanin queen finds someone. Yeah.
She has to.
She's not finding anybody in there.
Not this.
She needs to leave.
Not this crop of people, but let's see Casa. Hopefully there is somebody.
Yeah. I'm gonna double down because after Casa, if there's no one in there, I just want her to go. I'm like, baby girl, you are above.
I can't. My heart actually can't take much of the humiliation.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot today.
Yeah. Ava J says DEJON is not assertive. Billy Kiss is the only person he's piped up like that for. He didn't even disrespect Tony and Yaz like that.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You see? So you see the thread. You see where he's trying to go, like, and even so back when, what's the count? 50 minutes in, Militia.
And it wasn't even me.
I know. When Militia was having her little tete-a-tete with Meg, and on that day, I was like, you know what? DEJON is a big ass sellout for allowing this shouting match to go on when you was just kikiing with this girl. From then, I was like, he has no respect. Anyway, he has no respect.
I know why I'm really angry. You know, it's because I actually forgot that in them days, I was back in DEJON.
Yeah. That's when you had to do your apology. yeah. You were back in that arsehole.
I was really giving my man the benefit of the doubt, you know.
I have no idea why.
I was really giving my man the benefit of the doubt. And now I'm just here wondering why. Never mind. This is a new name. Anonymous people.
Okay, no, I've not seen that one. Hello.
Hello, welcome. If you're new here, please, like Ava J did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and you can tell us if you've done it as well. And you might get 2 gold stars like Ava J did. Anonymous people says DEJON is straight up a bully. He is not even that good looking.
He is not.
Yeah.
I think the only thing he has from it is he is tall. He is built, and he is dark skinned, and they will attract Megans.
Sibstar is saying that we're being too harsh on DEJON.
Absolutely not. We are not even being harsh enough.
And I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think it was Sibstar that earlier on in the comments was saying that we didn't go in, or somebody said that we didn't go in on like Harry and Helena, and I'm like, that's not true, because we've been going in.
What, Hideaway Helena and Dirty Harry? No, they're slags.
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah,
they absolutely are. No, I don't. If you have an argument for DEJON, what he did was okay, please share it. And we'll read it out, and I'll listen.
Okay. Online is saying, this is what I mean. Because of today, all of a sudden, DEJON is ugly. Call Alima ugly, and the whole Black Twitter will lose their mind. Always our own race talking down on their own. No. DEJON is not as good looking as he thinks he is. He thinks he literally is the prize, and he's not. He isn't that good looking at all. So, no, and Alima is a very pretty girl. So, beauty is in the eye of the beholder anyway. But I would say, because I was never that taken by
that I'm quite fair on a look of somebody, and DEJON is not the prize that he thinks he is. Absolutely not. Not to be talking to Billikis about, I wouldn't even talk to you out on the outside. Please shut your mouth.
Sleep 4P says to online, are you okay? It's not about DEJON standing up for himself. Nobody's bashing black men. Bauer Mo says, now DEJON is a bully for sticking up for himself.
Sticking up for himself?
Nah, Bauer Mo.
Please. Let's.
DEJON could have gone about that in a completely different way. Like,
or jump on and let's have a discussion.
Yeah.
let's talk about this. You want to drop the
link is in the chat. Please join us and we can talk about it. Ava J, Billy Kiss was sticking up for herself. Meg disrespected her. Very true.
Precisely. Both of them did. So it was okay she is basically stating, this is what you did to me. And for him to say, oh, Billikis, who wants to listen to you? Here you go, trying to have your 5 minutes on TV. Like, he did everything she said wasn't a personal attack. That is precisely what he did. You said you were open, and then you proceeded to walk around like you're closed, but you're saying that you're open. Meg said that wasn't true. She called her a liar. She's literally like, he doesn't want you. Right. And when she's saying, but he didn't even tell me that he didn't want me though. You're talking about, no, but he doesn't even want you. And somehow this now becomes Billikis' fault. Like, no, I will not have it.
Where are we? Dee. Is Dee new? Dee?
I don't know.
Well, if you are new, welcome. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. But Dee says DEJON's family must be embarrassed.
I would
right
be.
Now. I would be frustrated if DEJON was my family. Just the way that he's been. Like my thing is this. Like, I'm not here to talk on if man is ugly or anything like that. But what I'm saying is the way you moved today was very ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's very specific things. It's just like sitting down with Billikis. Well, if we go back to the last challenge, sorry, the 5 minutes of fame jab, like, brother, come on, please, I beg.
Crazy as hell.
Yeah, you can't do that whilst you're on Love Island. Like, please, let's everybody respect themselves. But then also sitting down with Billikis today, and I wouldn't look at you inside or out, bro. Nobody can't tell me that you weren't trying to just stab her and be like, I'm going to sit here and embarrass you.
Yes.
Because you tried to just kind of rock my boat, mess up my...
You basically told me about my game plan. That is what she did. She didn't say anything about, I don't even like talking to you. She didn't say anything about him in any way. Attraction levels,
she
character.
Just said what happened.
But that's
you went on a date, you were going on like you're open, we came into the house, we spoke again, there was something there, and now all of a sudden, my Meg.
And I was lying.
And she's not even the first person that said it.
This is the whole thing.
Other girls
Every girl has said it.
You're different.
Every girl has said it that has had chats with DEJON. Every single one has said the same thing. This is what you do. This is your game plan. And you try and throw it back in their face. And that is what is ugly. So the fact that he's going on like his chest is high and mighty. No, you're actually not that much of a catch, dude. That's the thing. He's not an ugly guy, but he isn't the best. And that's how he's going on. Like, me and my Meg are top of tops. And you're absolutely not. You're not. And even if you are, please exit.
KW says, I feel like Meg was round the corner listening and DEJON knew she was listening in. Did I do good?
That's how he was afterwards. Like, thank you for having my back. I was literally like, please. Yeah. Please, dude.
He needs to speak like that. Where are we? Shall we just jump to the recoupling?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Billikis and DEJON.
Yes.
Yeah. So really, Tommy gets a text. The recoupling happens. It's the boys that are picking, which I thought it was...
That doesn't make any sense because the boys picked the last time. Yeah. So obviously they know they're trying to do a fuckeries at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first up, it's the extremely boring couple. Tommy picks Emily and he's like, you're beautiful inside and out. You got a heart of gold. You look out for the best of me and everyone inside the villa. I'm just buzzing to be with you and building a good connection. I feel like myself again.
Oh, God.
Shut up, mate.
I was over Tommy. I was literally like, okay, Tommy, cool. We get it. You and Emily, it's working, but you're dry.
Yeah.
And as soon as we can, you two can leave as well.
Please. And then, surprise, Harry can finally pick his hideaway hoe, Helena. Talking about the last few days and it being tough for me and someone else.
And so, I was literally like, you're such an arsehole. And someone else. So basically, he did this.
Yeah.
You just messed about two women, basically, and now you're going back to your losh that you've always wanted to be with. Okay.
This guy is the worst.
Hooray for you, Dirty Harry.
And then as well, he had to throw in the, there's something undeniable.
Yeah.
We found our way back to each other. You're not going on like this is like the love story of the century. Please.
What's it going to be? A day?
You're just doing it just not to get your willy wet.
Basically, a day. They'll have a day together where they're absolutely going to do bare things. Helena is going to think it's me and Harry. and then she's going to be standing there like a pleb after Casa. But you know, there we go.
And then we've got DEJON and Meg up next, and this
Ugh.
was funny because he's up there. Is that, you know, I can see her bringing her back to my friends and family,
Ugh.
and they're all gonna love her. And all I could think of was his sister there, DEJON. Don't fumble the bag. I mean, Meg is nice, but don't fumble the bag. And then what did he do?
Royally fumbled it. He didn't even do a little fumble.
And then stamped on it and then tore it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think, DEJON, that your family is going to react the way that you think they're going to react, or at least the way you want them to react. But it is what it is.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's like, I love how she carries herself. It's scary because I'm being so vulnerable with someone. We're unstoppable. Nothing can break her. Shut up, bro. Harrison picks Tony. She's kind, caring, fiery, whatever, Harrison.
I didn't
like
even
this
bother. Yeah, he doesn't.
In your heart of hearts, you still want to be with Helena.
Harrison is jumping as soon as, like, yeah, he's not.
He didn't realize he couldn't compete against his dad.
Nah, he had to.
And going back to his dad.
And I think they all were thinking it was going to be the girls to pick. So I think he was like, I've got to secure getting like somebody who I'm mildly attracted to.
Yeah.
But he don't really like Tony. And I don't even see any spark between them either. It's like truly, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think there's just nobody else in there for him.
And then Ben is left with Yasmin, Shakira, and Bridicus.
Yeah. Did you see his face?
The man looked so frustrated and pissed off that this was the selection that he had to pick from.
He just sighed. But who else was it going to be anyway? Like who there? I really was like Ben.
Would have been standing there.
Yeah,
he would have been in the same position.
Yes, he would have been looking at them like, who do I even? Yeah, this is it. Who's talking to me? Who do I like? The only person that was there was Alima, and I don't think he's tried with anybody else. So, yeah,
as he said, just gonna have to choose one.
Yeah, it did make me laugh.
Just gonna have to choose one.
It was just the sign. He was such an asshole.
He might as well have done it, dip, dog.
Shit.
Anyway, so he picks Shakira. She's laughing because she's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, because you'd be like, "Why are you picking me?" I really thought he was going to trade the 1 in, 1 out, and he was just going to pick Bridicus. Yeah. That's who I thought. That's who I thought he was just going to be like. I don't know you. Maybe let's just see. Let's just get to know each other.
Maybe I can just continue with the dark chocolate.
Yes.
And then Connor came and did the ultimate effery. And it was like, I didn't clock for about 2 seconds.
Yeah. It started off and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of don't know her. But then it took a turn and it's like, are you talking about Yasmin?
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes, he was.
No.
And at that moment, I was like, bruv, you are in the bin.
Yeah.
You are no better than Harry.
All of the guys in there, I was like, you're actually like, you're disgraceful. You really are, because you've only been, it was just a day ago you were talking about, I'm looking forward to getting to know you. We've got so much in common. Blah, 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 blah. Nah.
OMFG Google says Ben's picking up the Uber customers. He just doesn't care. Yeah, it's that. And so then that left Giorgio to pick Bridicus. And I just hated seeing her there last, but it is what it is. But in respect to Giorgio, he did a really nice friendship speech.
He did. Yeah. And yeah. It's just disappointing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is a really disappointing episode all round. I hate that she has had to experience this. And these men are trash.
Mm-hmm. Well, never mind.
Yes.
So that is the pairings. That is the new pairings. Then we see Ben and Shakira talking. And he's like, what did you think of my speech? You know, thought it was good, innit? Sort of thing. And the guy's so full. I mean, the thing is, you have to laugh, actually, because the guy is so full of himself. It's actually outrageous. He's like, you're lucky you're back with me, sort of thing. But eventually, he just kind of wants to establish. No, he wanted to test the water.
Yeah, to see. Yes, definitely. He his first chat was basically we were hasty early on, and actually, if we can try and get a pattern of communication, I think that something could happen. That's where he was going with his first iteration, and she was looking like, "Are you simple? Are you dumb? What are you talking about?"
She says to him, and she was like, "Are you talking about us getting back together?" And then that's when he was like, "Let me take a left turn here."
Yeah.
And then he starts talking about, no, I'm just saying, let's be civil.
Yeah.
We're both in here. Hopefully someone comes in for each one of us. And my brain was taking a minute to catch up, and I was like, this is not how you started the conversation.
It absolutely was not. He was starting with, like, we're coupled up. Maybe we could go somewhere. Yeah. He pivoted, but really was like, she ain't stupid. I don't know how many times she has to tell you, Ben. She ain't stupid. But, as she said, it's got nothing to do with chemistry or anything. Yeah. It's substance. It's intellect.
And you lack it. Like, I mean, and if
that was close.
And if there was definitely a line that sealed it, she was like, "If you touch me in the bed, I will bite you."
And he was like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind." It's like, Ben, bro? No. This is what we think you are already. You're a little bit.
Yeah. And then what we got?
In a geek, this is a good question, but I don't know. In a geek says, "What substance does Harry have?"
He doesn't have any.
I don't know what she was.
Harry doesn't have substance, but he's that cheeky chappy that women like Helena and apparently Shakira seem to like. Like, he's got something. He's got, as much as we may not like Harry, you can't deny that he definitely has something. If it's that rogue, he's a lad sort of thing or whatever.
Yeah. There's
an appeal.
He is charismatic.
Yeah.
You can tell that he is, because just even how he functions in the groups and everybody laughs and stuff. I think he definitely has charisma, but he's also fuckeries. And you should know a man like that who doesn't really care about anybody's feelings other than his own isn't somebody that you need to entertain. Helena can entertain because she likes him and she does similar, but you don't need to get involved with them. And he probably can hold a conversation. I just get from the thing with Ben that it's just simple chat that you're going to get from him. Yeah. Like, Erin said, how that simple Riz worked on Alima is jarring. Exactly. Yeah. And is that Phil's? Alima was either bored or just simple. I think Alima is supposed to be very quirky from what everybody else says and very funny. Maybe somehow we
will never know.
Yeah, their personalities gelled. We will never know. And that's really sad. Because she didn't even make it to the Saturday programs.
My address is Shakira drags the hell out. Do you know what? Sorry, somebody said that because she hasn't been in any of those things, that they're still holding out for her turning up on Casa.
Well, because they really just didn't show her on anything. But they gave us an insight into the girls that were going into Casa, and none of them are there.
Yeah, she doesn't have to be in that crew. So Casa can happen, and then they can be like, and...
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think she's gone home, honestly.
I mean, I prefer Melissa to be in there over her, but anyway. Cell says, is that a new name? Also, why have we only been allowed to vote once this entire time?
Thank you.
The producers are protecting them. Is Cell new?
I don't know. I think I've seen it before.
Anyway, welcome, Cell. If you're not subscribed, please do. Please like the video. The producers are definitely playing hand of God. Yes.
They are most definitely not allowing us to get involved in their shenanigans, and is why they're just not even following a pattern to recouplings, throwing recouplings every couple of days. They're scrambling, and we can see it. It's like, just let us do some public votes, please. Let us get some people out, because this cast isn't it. We want we need new blood in there.
The clips.
Oh, Ava is saying apparently Alima did not want to follow the director's instructions, so they got rid of her.
I can respect that.
I could see that taking place. I wouldn't be surprised if she's just doing her own thing, and so that probably would be why she just wasn't making a lot of the cut.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
OMFG Google says DEJON will look a fool on movie night. Listen, come movie night, DEJON has got problems because Meg is easily triggered. And so if they just show a succession of him acting out,
doing all of the, I'm open. Oh, but you're trouble.
Do you know the meltdown that Meg is gonna have?
And even if he is like, but that was weeks ago, she's still gonna be like, but everything everybody was saying was true, and I've been made to look like an idiot backing you. Yes, you have. You're both idiots, though.
This is definitely a new name, Maddie Osman.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Welcome, Maddie. Thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Maddie says Helena is a flight attendant, and you know most of them are loose and get around and are selfish.
I have heard that.
I didn't know that.
I have heard that.
This is news to me.
Yeah, I've heard that about flight attendants. That they're loose. I don't know about the selfish stuff, but I have heard that they're a bit loose.
You never did know that.
And open to be everywhere.
Maya says, Ava J makes sense. The last challenge week, Alima started to perk up like she was a different person, but it was too late. Will Smith said, Alima's own thing was staying in bed and having naps. Let's not try and make out. She was fighting the good fight.
The way, Will, if nothing else, you've been super consistent. You've been very consistent for 3 whole weeks solid that Alima was boring.
Yeah.
But everybody else that has been in the villa with her is not saying that she was a boring girl. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying about Alima coming back in Casa. Do I actually want her to come back to Casa? I don't think I do. I don't think I actually do. So
no, I don't think it's gonna happen though, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Alima's not going to happen, Melissa's definitely not going to happen. But it is what it is.
I did see earlier on, Suzanne was asking for Melissa to be let go. She was like, "Can we leave Melissa out of it?"
No, no, we can't, Suzanne. She got done dirty, and I will fight for her. I will fight for her. We will remember her. We will say her name. Where are we at? So, Connor and Villikis. Did we talk about that?
Oh, this is them having their chat.
Yeah, him explaining why he was a prick.
I thought that was a shitty explanation. Okay, so he's saying, all right, so after the night that we were coupled up, I decided this isn't really a thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take a punt on Yasmin.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to do after a day when you don't even really know the person and you've been with Yasmin for 2 weeks and you've never thought to do anything with Yasmin, pull her for a chat, anything, but now you do. No, you're taking the piss. I love the way she handled it though. I thought it was classy. Just, okay, cool. I've kind of felt similar, but I thought it's early days. I
was willing to, I'm a slow burner. I was willing to see it out.
Because it's early days. We've literally just coupled. We don't know each other. Maybe something will develop. Yeah. But if you want to jump now, absolutely knock yourself out. I just like how she handled it. But I still was like, nah, Connor, you're an enemy of progress. I don't like you.
No.
I don't like you anymore.
And I like you.
Nah.
Big up 80 Ponce in the building. Aloha, all the way from Hawaii.
Woo!
Thank you for making it. We really appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
KW said, I'd rather Caprice come back to be honest. You know what?
True.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I can
yeah, I think they wasted Caprice totally.
I think what it is that I'm actually more annoyed about the people like Melissa, Caprice, Poppy, even though some of them I don't even like. Yeah. Even Ryan.
Yeah.
I just look at their time on there. I'm like, you can't waste human beings' time.
Nah, you took the piss.
Like,
and all we're going to be hearing about is flipping Dirty Harry and Hideaway Helena. Nah. For weeks, we've been seeing these. Nah, it's not okay. Yeah. It's not okay.
Inner Greek says Yasmin Bot was planting some nanobots in Connor. I think you're right.
Yes.
This is the problem. Like in her saliva, she's got them nano microchips, and then just.
It's the whole thing of it was from the heartbeat challenge that she felt something for Connor.
Love.
And I was like, I kind of remember them saying that, like, oh, Yasmin went in for a kiss with Connor, but it was parked. And Connor didn't say anything because it seemed like Connor definitely had his sights on Shakira.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's dropped that, but it's Yasmin, and everybody seems to have a 48-hour window with Yasmin before they're like, I'm checking out of this.
Yeah.
So she's gone in for the kill already. Your lips in him, and your lips in him at night, and it's like, Yasmin, please, please, just chill.
It's
just
impossible.
I know she
actually
can't
impossible.
chill, but it's like, Yasmin, please, it's just Connor.
It's actually impossible. She cannot.
Like, it's the same shit she did with Ben. It's like, but he doesn't
But
like you.
She does it with everybody. So everybody
If they'll
should
give her a minute. I don't know if
Yeah.
Gio did anything though.
No.
I don't remember them
No.
kissing.
No. You know what? I like Gio.
He's a bit. I mean, he's not the driest.
I just don't think he fits in.
No, he doesn't fit in. It's another show.
Yeah,
I could see him on
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. Definitely, he could be a husband on that. Yeah, this isn't the place for him, but yeah, he's inoffensive. He's fine.
OMFG Google says Yasmin has to try the whole damn menu. That is exactly what she's trying to do. Yazbot does a software update and
What she do? Is the software updating for her lips in people? Because at night time, that girl gets busy.
Yeah.
If a guy will
That's
allow
what
it
she's
to take
downloading
place,
the data.
if a guy will allow it to take place, she is going to be lips in.
Yeah.
That is what she does.
Moving on, we go back to Ben and Shakira again, and he's trying to kind of justify why he picked her. He's like, I know you're confused. Actually, we kind of covered this.
Yeah.
Then after that, it was Harry and Tommy. Another pointless.
I think producers were like, Tommy needs some airtime. People don't switch off when Harry is on screen. Let's have them chat. Because who cares? Who cares about those two?
Yeah. And then it was Yasmin pulling Connor for a chat just so that she can lip sync. Curly Ann says Gio doesn't fit in because he's not 30, going on 13. He seems mature and decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is precisely it.
I can agree with that. Yeah. What else we got? Shakira plays holier than thou. She can be quite arrogant and nasty, just like Tony. Yeah. Yeah. Like, she has her moments, definitely, and Tony as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have their moments. Can't argue with that.
It's just on a scale of the girls to like, I genuinely prefer Shakira and Tony over Meg and the loose chick, Helena, and Emily are dry. But on other years, they may not even be within the realm of any of the people that I'd like, to be fair. But it's not been a great year for personalities that give you joke or anything like that. It's not been that great.
Yeah, it hasn't. Abinicia? I hate doing that to people's names, apologies. But she's asking what race is Shakira?
She's half Asian. I want to say that I think it's Pakistani, but I don't know actually. But I know that she is half Asian. It could be Indian.
KW says Shakira hasn't done anything that hasn't been warranted. Suzanne said, Tony is a bloke. I want a sex test. Suzanne. Come on.
She's just got a bit of a deep voice. I have a deep voice too. And sometimes she sounds like she's whispering or sleeping and just woken up. And she does that. I don't know if I want to talk.
That was quite good. Well, we've got Pakistani. She's a Sikh. I don't know.
Which?
Take your pick. Maya just said, this year is very combative. A lot of it comes from Tony. She is the most adversarial Islander I can ever recall.
That is a wild take. Tony is the one calls it. It's not Meg, no. because Tony has had one argument. Meg has been arguing with people. It's you know what gets me is also when people are like Shakira is sticking her nose into people's business. That actually hasn't happened. It was just Tony.
Meg Shakira's defending somebody, so like somebody else has already come in, and then bringing up Melissa again. But when that thing with Melissa happened, it was like they were all going in on Melissa, and then Shakira was like, "No, I'm going to back it."
Yes,
which is fair.
But Meg has been arguing with people, commenting on everybody's business, stirring things up. Like Meg is the one that put a battery up Helena's batty to be like, go and get your man, basically, like use your feminine wiles and go and get him. And Tony is the one that's like been causing most of the controversy. Nah, absolutely not.
KW said Tony has a deep voice, a manly walk, a boxer's posture, and I'm sure I spotted a string Adam's apple.
No.
No. This is bad behavior, guys.
No. But she does have a bit of a manly walk. But so does Meg, you know. If you watch Meg dancing, she's a bit of a stomper.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah, thick thighs, stomping girl.
Sibster says Tony and Shakira are rude. No man likes them hooting and swearing and calling man down because they lack substance. That's dead. No, I think it's very fair for Shakira to call out somebody like Ben and say he lacks substance because he does.
He does.
But also, definitely in the case of Tony takes things too far. So like when Harrison was talking and it was just like the abuse, just like cussing him, was like, we get it, you're upset, but just kind of let him talk. So I kind of see where people are coming from. Like Tony has this thing of like where it's like you made your point a minute ago and now you're just being abusive. I get that, but
I think on the scale of abusive, Tony hasn't touched any points at all. Like I don't even think she's on it. I think people are being a bit sensitive because I don't like it when a woman. But
it's a reaction. Tony's behavior has been a reaction to something. I'll give her that. But even still, you can, your reaction doesn't have to be so crazy all the time. But
she was in her film.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, she sulked for a while. What I will give Tony criticism on is the amount of time that she was sulking around the place was ridiculous. And certain things where it was like she kind of took it personal. There were elements of that.
Curly Ann's just made a good point.
Go on.
So she said Tony encouraged Shakira to split from Harry and said she was moving on from Harrison. But now Tony is in a couple and Shakira isn't. Did Tony take out the competition?
Wow. Well, not really, because Harry had moved on.
Yeah.
But
I feel like Shakira and Harry was always going to end the way that it ended.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. But it's very interesting. But then they're all a bit like that, though. Like, because in the same way, I do feel if Harry spun the block again to Shakira, should probably have it.
You think so?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put it past her.
How incredibly disappointing that would be.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be utterly ridiculous for her to do that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And Tony always wanted Harrison. When she was going on like, I'm done, and it's like, bro, you're not done because you're still watching, you're still talking to him each time he wants to talk. You're not done at all. So we will see if Shakira is really done after Casa as well. I wouldn't put it past these guys. I wouldn't put it past them.
I hope not.
Are you putting the link back in? Guys, it's Friday night, so it is open for you guys to jump on, have a chat with us, sound off, let us know what your thoughts are as well. You're doing great in the chat, but you can also jump on with us. And you don't have to be
on camera.
You can just do it audio-wise as well. So,
yeah. What are our predictions for Casa for Sunday night? What are we going to be talking about on Sunday night? What do people think? What do you think now?
So far, all we've seen are the girls.
Yeah.
And the girls could also see them. Like, so they seem to be joining all together. It's very interesting.
Mm.
I don't know. I think Harry is most definitely gonna move mad. I think Harrison, because it's his son, is gonna move mad. Connor absolutely is bringing somebody back, no doubt about it. And Ben, really, everybody is coming back with somebody.
I think that's a possibility, you know.
Yeah, I see a hell of a lot of recoupling, and I really hope that DEJON doesn't and Meg does bring someone back. But I think the guys, because they're quite juvenile, and Harry and DEJON are the leaders, I think this is going to be a very messy casa. Like a lot of shenanigans.
I'm sorry. I have to put this one up because I don't understand it. Sibster, I would love for you to actually come and explain this. So Sibster says, it's too one-sided in my opinion. Helena and Meg like the other girls, but you can tell Tony and Shakira hate them because they're always laughing and bickering at each other.
What?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do wonder, like, are we watching the same thing? Are we really watching the same thing?
Tony and Shakira are together because they were outed from the main group. It's as simple as that. So the witches came together quite quickly on, and Tony and Shakira were on the out from early. So anything that they do is a response to being put out of the main group. Where it's like Meg and Helena, they are the original Mean Girl crew.
From Wadea, I will go back to the first week when Shakira was on the verge of leaving because she needed to graft and for the guys to stand up for her. When she was doing that grafting, Meg and Helena were watching her going around, talking to everybody, and like, look, there she goes again. She could charm anybody, even a plant. She's always everywhere. She's always up for it. They were coating her off as she was doing that task. That was week one. Do you think that she wouldn't have noticed that? That these girls are watching me and being like, are they for me or do they want me to fail? Like, that was the instance of the switch. They became a clique altogether. That wasn't like, oh, Shakira and Tony had gone against it. Tony was on the out from when she came in, and she just could tell, I'm not going to slot in with these chicks. I'm not going to. So then her and Shakira had to talk with each other. This isn't, I hate it when people like, they see a clique forming in a response to the main ones, and it's like, you're the bad people for literally having some self-respect to be like, I'm not going to chase after these girls.
I will not beg.
Absolutely not. They're not their type. Anyway, you can tell personality-wise, these ain't the people that you're going to hang around with. So it's cool. We can have two separate sides, but let's not try and put it on to Shakira and Tony were the ones that caused this riff. Absolutely not.
Lady M says, Helena said, and I quote, they are not my mates. So, yet she will wear Shakira's bikini.
All the time. From week 2, she had been saying that. And they were always saying it. It's like, no. They have coated off Helena as well. I haven't seen them coat off Meg in any way, actually. But they definitely, Tony and Shakira have coated off Helena. But rightly so. She was literally playing both of their guys and wasn't telling them what was going on. So I think it's all fair.
It is fair. KW says Shakira has refused to beg man and friends, and I respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lady M says Shakira is a girl's girl. You can see it. She looks like a good friend to have if you are cool with her. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with any of that.
Ava says, I can totally see why the British public would defend Helena and Meg. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Sonia Barley says, why do you guys call Yasmin AI and Yaz GPT? Nana, do you want to explain?
You know what it is, Sonia? It's her stance. So her posture doesn't help. And sometimes when she's talking,
it looks like a cyborg.
It's quite robotic as well. And she just seems to have maneuvers like she's being programmed. But also, she does have like a set a set way that she is. It's like a play and repeat.
Mhm.
Backup brethren, sex siren.
Yeah.
Two settings.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her occupy any other spaces yet. So, but I still like her.
Ava J says Shakira needs to bun them bikini there.
Yeah.
Like, I know I said it on the last one. My head was spinning the first time Helena was like, "Yeah, I'm wearing your bikini." My head was spinning.
It's the way he was like the bottoms as well. I was like, yeah, she's in the full bikini.
Like,
yeah. Yes. Sibster says, like I heard Irish Meg say, they didn't hate each other. I see Shakira and Tony saying quick, smart comments. Shakira and Irish Meg actually used to sit down and talk with each other.
Mhm.
I don't think Irish Meg can talk for Meg and Helena. They need to come out and speak for themselves.
Mhm.
But I would say that Irish Meg actually was a bit of a proxy between this, because if you saw in that last week, she was going and speaking to Shakira and Tony and getting another perspective. Because obviously, if she's going to speak to Meg and Helena, they're going to be like, you better stay with Tommy.
Yeah.
You better stay with him. So she was speaking to the others, but we haven't seen that trade-off take place in another way.
KW says she's giving Yasmin grace for being on Shakira's side.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Another one that can go, and I really won't miss her.
She may have had her moment. She gave us a good week of entertainment, and after then, she literally has been a cyborg.
Maya just said, Alima said Crazy Meg was her good friend, along with Emily. Said Meg was the mum of the villa also.
Yeah, I can see how she would be.
Yeah, that does not surprise me
at all, because she's inner.
Yeah, because also Alima kind of put herself in that mammy role where she's there to like console everybody. You're all right, love. You are all right.
Who was it that was calling her mammy? Was it Will?
I think it was Will. I mean, to be fair, Will has come up with some of the best names.
He has. Yeah. No, he's good with that. I mean, Will gave us Auntie Vention as well.
Oh, what was this?
That was when we were. I can't remember what we were talking about. We did. No, it was one of our interviews. Mm-hmm. Maybe when we were interviewing China or Mimi
that
the blogger. Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah. And then in our group, he said that was an Auntie Vention.
Yeah.
And we were like, that is a t-shirt.
You should do more of that.
What, Auntie Vention?
Yeah. Kind of find people that need an Auntie Vention and be like, hey, what are you doing? Stop it. Yeah, I like that.
And then AK Farah Evans. I think that one's great. Big up, Will.
James Bowman.
That's definitely a new name.
James,
have not seen that.
Welcome to the family. Please, whilst you're here, hit the like button, hit subscribe. But you know why I like James the most? Because I like views where it means we're not in an echo chamber. Okay, lovely. That's what we like around here. Honestly, the diversity of opinion is like the spice of doing this. I don't want everybody to be like, yeah. No, I want you to actually disagree. Not all the time, but to disagree. It's good to have the mix.
If you disagree, state it and just have a reason behind it. That's all. James said, big up D for staying loyal to Meg and rejecting Billikis. He was essentially mad because he didn't want her. James, is DEJON one of your brethren? Because I'm going to be looking at you different. Are you one of his birds? Okay. All right. Let's look at that. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Big up D for staying loyal to Meg and rejecting Billikis. Now, actually, there's nothing wrong with that statement. There's nothing wrong with that first part of that statement. Because DEJON is in a couple with Meg and he's like, I'm focusing on Meg. Okay. Yeah. All right. He was essentially mad because he didn't want her. That never happened. That's the part. He didn't reject her because she didn't throw herself at him to be rejected, and she isn't mad. Yeah. So that whole thing didn't take place. Now, what did take place is he's sticking behind Meg. Cool, do your thing. And all she was commenting on is you're saying that you're open when you clearly are not. You are playing a game. That is it. She didn't say, but I want you, and you turned me away. That didn't take place. That wasn't in a conversation. So there was nothing to reject. She hadn't presented herself like, I want you and you should want me. And he was like, no, I want Meg. Then your statement would be correct. But because that didn't happen, and you've just added in source that didn't take place, you are wrong, James. But if that's your brethren, I understand that you got to come online and you got to back him. Because I would do the same for my brethren, and I have done. Even when they were wrong, I've been in some comments and I have been like, no, that's not what took place. Yeah. But let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Your brethren is a fool.
Lady M is saying there's people going around saying how the show is heavily scripted and the producers are telling the islanders what to say. I've heard this rumor before. I don't know what's true or how. No, look, here's the thing is we are still watching television and television has to be made. And there are scripts. So yes, a producer will say, you know, sit two people down and say, hey, DEJON and Meg, you know, how do you feel about blah, 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 da, 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 da. And then you kind of direct and steer the conversation to get the outcome that you want. And so I think we're you know.
I think, I don't think it's scripted like that, because what they have said when they've come out, especially when they've been out for like a few years, is that you're having producer conversations all the time. So you're living, producers are watching you, they're seeing certain interactions, and then they may be like, well, how about talking to this person?
Yeah.
What about da, da, da? And then you may have to have a few conversations if you're really like, I have no interest in that person. They may have to coax you to go there. But I think each person I've seen speaking on it, in terms of the reality aspect of it and producer led, has always said you don't do anything that you wouldn't do. So you may have been spoken into it, but nobody has handed you something and said, today, these are the points that you're going to do.
Yeah.
It's not like that. Okay. So, but I don't know. They could be lying.
Let's take a moment to take some flowers. Superstar Jim Jam says, this show is amazing. It's like a safe space to say what you think away from Twitter and Facebook noise.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad you feel welcome here, even when I'm shouting.
You get used to it. No, thank you. We like the family, the community that is growing here. That's cool. What else have we got? Sonia Barley says, have DEJON and Meg done bits? I've seen them lips, but
no, I mean, yeah, and they stopped doing that. I think people started to complain and say it was crass when in the mornings they would debrief on what they had been doing in the night.
Yeah.
But we haven't had that insight from those two at all. I wonder. Would you think that they have? I don't know. I feel like Meg wouldn't. There's just something about her. I get the vibe of she would be like, we're not doing that in here.
I mean, I think most people are like that. But I think Yaz and Helena.
Yeah. They're carrying the torch for for everybody. I wonder. I don't know. What else you got?
Campbell says, to be fair, people will just point to the fact that Billy Kiss chose DEJON as someone she was interested in getting to know. So most will agree that DEJON rejected her. Unfortunately, because I see your point.
No, because it's what you have to do. I mean, I get it, the semantics of it. He didn't carry on going. But she also hadn't been chasing him for it to be like in this iteration from their argument. It's like, nah, DEJON was just like that isn't what actually happened. And as a bombshell, you have to put yourself out there for the game.
Yeah.
You have to be selecting people for the game. And it's like, we can't call this a rejection because she didn't come in under normal circumstances like the originals.
James Bowman says, y'all projecting D wanting her because she black. and they look good together. I agree, they did. That's cool. But her reasoning was trash, saying it's not fair for her because she likes him. Is that quite what she said?
That wasn't what she said.
Now, my memory is awful anyway, so I can't
James,
remember the words properly. But
that is not what she said. No. She said, you have a practice of what you're doing. I have put myself out there to say, I'm interested.
Yeah.
You said you're open and you're interested, and then you moved like you're closed. Now, when you were moving like you're open, you were pissing off Meg. And then you're going close, so you're not actually standing by what you're saying to the girl that has been like, I'm interested in you, by saying that you're open.
Yeah.
She is stating what took place, that every girl has said the same thing. You were doing these maneuvers, and it's disingenuous. Yeah. Because if you really like Meg, you like Meg, innit? Like, be like Tommy, how Tommy was with Irish Meg. I like this girl. This is where my head is at. I'm pursuing her. I'm getting to know her. That's what you're doing with Meg. But you're going on like, no, we're open. Meg ain't open. She ain't spoken to anyone. And you keep on saying that you're open, but you're not open because you want Meg. That's all she's stating. Very simple. No, Will Smith, he is not preaching.
Esther T says, people acting like Billy Kiss is crazy. She asked him, are you interested in me? And he said, yes. I'm open to getting to know you. She's reportedly Demi's ex, India. Let's not paint her as desperate. That's just kind of...
This is what I don't like about it.
That's how it went down.
This is what I don't like about this thing of like, he rejected her. Like, she was out here
begging him.
Nah, and it's like, absolutely not. You know that girl can get pretty much what she's after. Like, let's be serious here, please.
KW says, for Evan's sake, and Nicole Davis are the only reviewers I watch. I wonder what happened to Fred Stones. Is funny.
I know. I think it's he had another baby recently.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's probably family life. Yeah. I really enjoyed watching him and his little laughs as well.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I should holler at him and see if he would just jump on a live. Yeah. Maybe a Friday night one.
It was funny. Ava J, at the very least, it is directed a certain way. What they did to Alima was a clear example. I wish they would let the show play out naturally like they did during the first few series.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. But they're struggling, isn't it? It's hard to get people who are prepared to share their opinions freely and not think about getting cancelled. Personalities, I don't know. Maybe it is quite hard to find good-looking people with a good personality.
Yeah.
Like, so they say, who knows?
Curly Ann said, Fred said he couldn't give it the time and had to prioritize his family. There you go. Yeah. That's a shame. Maybe he'll do like one with us because he is. Yeah. I actually found him hilarious.
Yes.
Sonia Barley says, black contestants like Shaq season 11 are a lost art and should be much appreciated.
Shaq was one of my faves. My nephew Shaq with Tanya.
Oh.
I don't know why you always sigh. Why do you sigh whenever Shaq is mentioned?
Because he took her back.
Yes, and they were together for years.
No, never needed to take her back. Never, like that was wild. That was wild. Maya just agreed. Ava, watching Ben Alima arc through Casa would have been very interesting. Same as how they cut the Irish Meg Connor Tommy. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when Irish Meg left, I was like, damn.
That it was just getting good. Like we just were about to get like a juicy little. It's I hate this. I hate because it's probably like a lead producer.
Yeah.
But you can tell they are literally pushing DEJON, Meg, Harry, Helena. That grouping, they're just pushing their stories along.
Yeah.
And so if anybody kind of disrupts it, they go. And I think somehow they have a plan for Ben as well. So maybe Ben and Shakira were supposed to just be together. So Alima and Ben happening, it's kind of like, no, that's got to go because we want Ben and Shakira. There's something in it. It's like, no, it's a bit false. It's like, just let it happen. Irish Meg is a star. She was, she's jokes, she's feisty, she gets involved. It's like, why would you lose her so early on and have Emily? Emily is as dry as anything. Why are we seeing Emily still? Why is she still there pretending that she's sweetness and light?
It's a shame. It's a shame because she was good to watch. Like, even if I didn't agree with her,
I didn't like her a lot of the time, but
she was good to watch.
She was good telly, man.
Good telly. Yeah.
And she's the only one so far that has given a good interview as well with Maya, because most of the interviews have been a little bit dry. Ramel was lucky that he did his interview with Irish Meg there, because she carried it.
Yeah. Ava J said he didn't reject her at all, i.e. DEJON. The first time he told her he's not interested in her was after Meg disrespected her and claimed he didn't want her. Then, if of course he had to back it. She's pulling the strings. Yeah, we all saw it.
This is the thing. It's like, unless we're watching something else.
Gamphill says, I don't know why people are getting hate for saying that Tommy is boring. It's a factual statement. He doesn't do anything, and the only moments he had was getting jealous of other guys trying to take Meg. Yeah. Basically.
He hasn't added anything.
Spent time being a cuck. Yeah.
Even at the moment now, he just seems to be lounging by the pool with Gio.
Yeah, no, he's dry. The kid is dry.
I don't know why people like him.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I am like, why has the British public taken to Tommy?
Because he's a nice guy. He's clean cut. Loves his mum. There's a phenotype that the British public love, and it's Tommy. It's good old Thomason.
Oh God.
Well,
dry as hell.
I don't know if anyone's coming on. Last chance to come on live with us.
Are you adding it again?
I'm giving you the link one more time.
But
if not, I'm going to my bed. It's 1:15 midnight. James Bowman back in the building. They had a good talk, and that was it. He did say he was open, but that was on her to apply pressure, not blow it up at the challenge.
James, James, you're his brethren. You're his brethren, because this is what he was doing as well. This is what DEJON was doing as well, like trying to change it round, to doing spins and cartwheels, and absolutely not.
That's a remix. That's a remix. Yeah. Wow. Maya just says Tommy is a nice guy who hasn't done any dirt. Every other male has been involved in some scandal. Look, you know what? Like, that's actually a valid point to raise, because we're out here being like Tommy is boring, but actually Tommy has also been actually quite an honourable guy.
Yeah.
And so it speaks to that narrative of when people like good guys come last, this, that, and the other. But I guess it's that balance of wanting to see genuine couples, but then also wanting good television.
You know what? I'm trying to think of somebody who they are all a bit roguish. Now I'm thinking of it.
Sel said, James, I'll be watching the same show.
Exactly. I don't know what James is watching.
But then before that, Will Smith said, James, facts. This is why you have to love diversity of thought. Because we all watch the same show and we are just coming out with completely different views. And I love it.
There is that you can be a good guy and you can add to the show, like you can still make it fun.
Yeah.
And I just think Tommy doesn't do that. But everybody I'm thinking of is a bit of a rogue as well. But yeah.
Now Gamphill said honourable doesn't disapprove your point about Tommy being boring. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sipster says if Billy Kiss applied pressure quietly, she could have got DEJON. Instead, she pretended to know his whole life story and Meg and DEJON shut it down. You know what? I will agree with that. If she didn't like go public in the
his game plan,
yeah, and they were talking normally, like in the villa. And obviously this is like a lot of ifs, yeah. So that happened, and then the recoupling came, and the girls had to pick. Yeah, because even if they were getting like a good thing going on, ultimately DEJON is a coward. He's scared of what the public will think. So there was no way he would stand up and pick Billy Kiss. And there you go.
So you guys are saying that Billikis needed to be quiet, to be in the shadows, and somehow at some point try and take Dejon.
That's
Okay, explain it to me again then, because I'm like, what?
It's literally just in that challenge,
Yeah.
not challenging him in that moment.
Right. And how would that have been in her favor?
So relax.
Like, I'm asking you, how would it have worked?
So in that moment, yeah, you don't say anything. You go back to the villa, and then you're like, you know, even if you bring it up, because at this point, all you're trying to do is get coupled up with the guy, yeah. But even if you do bring it up, you're like, yeah, like, you know, when this happened, I was actually thinking, yeah, you kind of haven't been dedicated because blah 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 blah. But having an open spat with him publicly, that's never going to work in your favor in terms of actually pairing up with this guy. So even though what she said was true, what they identified was true, yes, this is a behavior that he's doing, you can't expect to call him out in public and then him go, yeah, actually, you're right, and then pick her. That's never going to happen.
But he was never going to pick her. That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to do that. And it's obvious.
That is true. That is true. That is true. But this is why I say, like, there's so many factors that need to change, because he was never going to pick her. Her opening her mouth made it easier for him not to pick her. But what he really wanted was for her to pick him.
Absolutely not. No, he didn't. He didn't want that. He doesn't like black girls. It's not going to happen.
I don't know.
Okay. You had a step in there that was missed.
Go on.
What he is doing with Meg, they're getting into a romantic cycle of struggle to move closer. All he is using is other girls as a proxy for Meg to get vexed, him to then prove himself, and then they get closer. That's all he's doing. Okay. So all of these people, you're being like, oh, I'm interested. He's going to flirt with you. Make sure Meg sees it all. Meg gets a little bit jealous, like something's going to happen. And then he can be like, I didn't like her anyway.
Yeah.
That's his game plan. And that's all she was demonstrating. She had already removed herself from, I can see the game.
Yeah.
The same way Caprice said exactly the same thing. And Meg weren't even there, but he'll be full on and then he retreats back. Maybe when he's like, took it too far. Because that's not what he's doing. He's doing a bonding thing for Meg. Like, it's got nothing to do with anybody else. He weren't ever going to... She cited that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. Like,
okay.
You know.
Okay, I can buy that. I can buy that. Sibsa says, I think DEJON likes black women, but he ain't on being embarrassed in public by them when he already does have a good thing going for him with Meg. He liked her, so he could have picked her if she's calm.
Absolutely not. Okay.
We ain't gonna do that. Right, we are nearly at 2 hours.
All right, what was SSG saying?
I think he did want her to pick him, so it will be a good storyline, and he can go back to Mike.
And he was even if she had done that, you know what he would have done? Oh, 1 year, one guy did this. He would have gone, slept next to her and everything, and then all the time in the daytime he's pulling Meg and just being like, I didn't even want to be selected. I don't even like her. He would have just used her as a proxy to get closer and humiliated her more. That's all he's doing. Every girl that comes along, I just wish everybody would avoid him. Like, just don't go through the gameplay, because all he's doing is building screen time, creating something, like not being boring like Tommy and locked in with a female. And they probably have had this pillow talk together. Probably know what they're doing. But no, I'm not buying it. That I don't believe it for a second. I don't think he does black women. And I know a lot of men are always like, you guys can't spot it, you're all wrong, like this is fictitious. It's not. We know when there is a dude that ain't on it, and DEJON is one of them.
Lady M says DEJON's exes all look very similar.
Exactly.
I've not seen them.
There's 3 that have come forward. They're all blonde, they all have blue eyes. He has a type.
I saw there was one that came forward and her name was Abena.
Yeah, she was named by the village when she was doing her year out, doing her gap year in the northern regions of Ghana.
Ava J
Absolutely
says,
not.
from what I can see, he is attracted to black girls, but he only dates white women. And because he dates white women, black women are beneath him. Wow, we went there. Ava J says, Ramel was an asshole. Maya just says, okay, if DEJON don't like black women, can we stop calling him a coward, scared to follow his heart?
In what way?
Elaborate, please.
Yeah.
Maya just. Will Smith says, I know Nana adopts no hopers in real life, and you always come home to people eating up food in your the thing is, yeah, in real life, I think I would be the person more likely to. No, that's a lie. No,
I was literally about to say.
That's a lie. I was about to lie on the live right now. The words came out of my mouth, and I was like, "What, me? Let people into?" Do you remember? Oh, this is going on a tangent. Like, so this is when we were living in our first flat. Nana had come from somewhere far. She'd been in the cab journey for time. And then she came and then she was like, the cab driver
Oh, yeah.
Wants to take a piss. And I had just run a bath. And it wasn't like she was asking, she was telling me what was happening. And so imagine my bath is run and it's you know, I'm ready to enjoy it. And then this man came in, he's like, "God, thank you, sir. And he goes into the bathroom and he takes a pee and leaves. I had to drain the bath, and I did not have a bath that night. And I was so like the levels of anger inside me. Like it could have ended that night. I was so vexed. So yeah, I don't know why I was about to lie.
I have another story of this was here at this house. Oh, what was it? Did he come and fix the boiler? Something. Some serviceman came in and wanted to use the toilet. And I was just like, he's just going to use the toilet. And you looked at me and he was like, why don't you say no? I was like, how could I say no to they're in a yard. Obviously, we have a toilet.
So if he asks for some food, are you going to give him food as well because he's in the yard?
I have done tea before, and I swear you've shook your head at that as well. Like, so yeah, that was going to be a big lie. A big lie you was about to tell.
Dear, oh dear. Yeah. Well, you're right. Where are we? I'm having flashbacks to that cab driver. Lady M says, oh, because the bombshells have mostly been black. Obviously, that was in response to somebody. Online says, DEJON not liking black women on a romantic level is not an issue. It's the fact that women want him to be with a black woman because it looks better to them overall. But many have no issues seeing black women, white men being kissed up.
I mean, online. You said this yesterday, I do.
No, there's.
I think there's. I think there is. I think there is definitely there is something to it. But I think when you just say it plainly like that, it's not. It's not steeped in the fact of the matter, because you're missing out all of the examples of a black man overlooking a black woman, and just the sheer volume of black men that are with white women, and then there being like another wave of black women being like, so that you're not just left out there wanting a black man, just go where you're celebrated. And I think so when you just say it loosely like that, it's like you're missing out all of the other connotations as to why this sentiment has even like grown in people. It didn't come from nowhere. It's basically a reaction to the dating phenomena. So, you know, it's not, although it exists, I just think there's more to it than it just being like, oh, just black women just like seeing another black woman with a white man. It's like, not really. You just want to see people happy, actually, overall. And you don't want to see people being shat on so that you can be happy in your relationship. And that's kind of what we've been seeing with DEJON and Meg. And that's why it's triggering that he would allow Meg to keep on going and having arguments with black women. That's what we're seeing playing out. And that's why he's getting all of the heat, because this isn't from nowhere. We have seen this happen time and time again. And it's annoying and it's fuckeries, and we want it to stop.
I'm changing the subject.
Go on.
KW said, the guy who fitted my bathroom used my downstairs toilet and it was like 12 dead rats had been in there for a week. I was so vexed. See? See?
KW, you're feeding into why he wants the toilet locked off.
I'm validated, man.
But we've never had that scenario.
We could have. So yeah. Where else? Online says, for everyone's sake, I know I'm just saying this in the chat because people overlook it and blame DEJON for hating black women, but have no vim for black women, white men. That is more my point.
Yeah, okay. Ava, yes, we love to see black love, but it's not just that. It's the disrespect.
I think that's it. That's it. It's like...
That is it.
I don't particularly like DEJON and Meg, like in terms of the couple bores me. But I did actually say before we started the live, I was like, if they make it past Casa, I'm not saying nothing about them anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you guys have earned that. But my real thing came with, like, something was raised in me when it was, militia, where I was just like, yo, what's going on? But when when he did what he did with Willikis, then it's like, no, there is something in you. So with Militia, you just watched her being disrespected and you didn't say anything, and I thought he was going to pipe up to Meg.
And not even at the moment.
Later
I actually thought later, because obviously they're arguing,
Yeah.
but I thought he was going to say to Meg, like, bro, how you was talking to that girl that wasn't on.
Yeah.
But instead, I saw him hugging her, and I'm like, what the?
That was my main thing. That's my main thing with DEJON. And like more so with Willikis than even with Militia. I'm just like, brother, we saw what you were trying to do. Like you were actively trying to be like, I'm going to shame you and humiliate you.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
That was it. Other than that, DEJON can go be with Meg, and I wish them the best.
Nobody would actually care, and they may actually have had support if he locked in with her, like how she's locked in with him, and didn't entertain anybody.
You know what?
No, but it'd probably just be like, okay, these guys are locked in with each other. But it is the constant, you're using people. Absolutely not.
I think if Willikis had come in, picked Ramel, we've seen him go on the date, but he's just kind of like being nice.
Yeah. And we've seen that. But
nobody ain't saying nothing.
And we've seen that for people when they've just been like, I'm just going on a date. I mean, to be fair, Shakira was basically like that with Ryan. Yeah. Just nice on a date. And then afterwards...
They're looking in her eyes, looking in her soul, talking about your trouble. Nah, come on.
Nah. Let's not rewrite what was taken place, please.
There is a quote from Bob Marley, something along the lines of a man is a coward if he awakens something in a woman and then basically runs away. And that is DEJON. There
we go.
But yeah.
Hello, Saf. Hey.
Saf says, in the villa, outside the villa, I don't want to get to know you. How bloody rude. He's not even all that. Saf, let's not go there.
Saf, we just jumped over that hurdle.
Please, let's not do it. Simpson says, beautiful Ramel and Alima black couple. Your Ramel looked like a bum, even though he chose a black woman over Poppy and really liked Alima. I'm gonna co-sign that one though.
Yeah, you was totally like, how she reacted to that was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
And now knowing that all along at the same time she kind of was having chats with Ben, like that seemed to be a thing. Now it makes sense her being so forthright to you should have just brought her back.
it's like really and truly what Alima was doing was probably similar to what DEJON is doing in the sense of like she was just waiting for her moment to bounce without looking bad.
Yeah, because he had been so, I'm on her.
Yeah.
You know, he came in like, I'm on her.
Yeah.
Most definitely. This is the, if they had given us more to their story, but you didn't show them. So we don't know who Alima was talking to. We didn't even see her and Ramel. We had them on Ramel and Alima watch for days where we hadn't seen them. So yeah, it was disjointed, but which is a shame because in a way it's like Ramel was kind of set up for people being like, he's a shithead.
Yeah.
But we didn't know all of the story to it.
And Lady M was saying apparently Ramel said Alima told him to go and enjoy and be yourself.
Yeah.
So he did that.
That's what he was saying. So he was genuinely, from what he's saying, he was genuinely shocked when he's come back and it's like, but why am I now not getting a second chance? Or what has taken place? Like, why have what I've done been so fuckeries? But you know, we didn't know all of the details. I still think she overreacted even at the time though. She did overreact. It was a lot.
She behaved like a chief.
Oh, chief.
Amir D. Is that a new name? Amir D?
I think so. Hello.
Hello, welcome to the family. Amir, whilst you're here, please click like, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Guys, we are so, I haven't looked at how many subscribers we have, but when we started this live, we were 40 away from 2,000.
Yeah.
And that was our milestone. So if you can get us to 2,000, the road to 2,000, please do subscribe. We are here every day other than Saturday evening, debriefing, recapping, and discussing what is going on with Love Island. And we will be back after Love Island as well, doing more bits and pieces. So join the family, join us. We have podcasts on the channel as well. So there's lots to watch. You can go through. You can also watch Yomo, which is on there as well. It was a pilot series that we were working on, which means you only marry once, and it follows Yona and Mashana going on their dating escapades. That is on the channel as well. There's lots.
Go and have a look. But guys, you lot have been awesome, as always.
Yes. This is our longest one to date.
For 2 hours, man.
But it is a Friday, and we did say we were going to be here longer.
It's cool.
Big up Erin for coming on and chatting. I thought more of you would have been.
You lot acting shy though.
We'll give you a little bit of time.
I reckon that we should do another one on Sunday.
A call in live.
Yeah, because it's Casa. So
all right, cool. Yeah. Defo.
I'm even gonna go bed late on a Sunday. So
Sunday we'll do another call in live and we'll be on for longer.
Yeah.
We're not gonna watch After Sun, are we? We're just gonna get the updates.
No, we're just gonna So you guys. If there's anything crazy happening on After Sun, please drop it in the chat and let us know. But we're going to go straight after the show. Yes, so that we can go on for longer. Cool. Any last minute? Let's see what we got. Ava J says she definitely overreacted, but she was right to lock him off. She just could have gone about it differently. Yeah. Look, it's a prerogative to lock him off. But I mean, from the 5 girls in one night. Yeah. You know, as Will Smith calls him, Romelda Sket, it would have been fair to be like, not sure about this one. Amir D says, I can't lie, the Casa lineup isn't giving. Oh, is it not? We'll have to have a look. Okay. Maybe if we can find all of it, maybe we will do a sneaky vid tomorrow. Yeah. In the afternoon, and we'll put that out. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. You have all been awesome. The last time we will ask, what are we asking now? Please put that like button and also subscribe. How many was we away from it? Was it 20 something now? We are currently on 1,972. We are 28 away. Just 28 lovely people just need to subscribe, and then we have hit our first milestone of 2,000. That would be phenomenal. Please, guys, make it happen by Sunday. Thank you. Take care. See you later. See you. Bye.